his team. He knows how to recruit for his team. So I mean, this is very obvious right here that Prairie View is going to win this game big. They're going to start off strong and things like that. So again, I'm looking at the storylines of these coaches and what type of team that they're taking over. Is it an ascending coach? Is it an ascending team or is it a descending team? And then what is case in point. So that's what I'm looking at right there.
In that case, you're looking at the West champion versus the bottom team of the conference.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I pointed that out, Coach.
So we got I think we can say PV and on that one. If Coach, I think so. We're gonna give PV the win on that one. That's 2-1. Coach picked his guy.
No, I gotta pick PV. I can't be messing my record up.
Okay, so TSU is 0-1. All right. So then we go to Southern and Prairie View. And this should be week 4. This is, you got to understand, we're making these picks with no injuries, just what we know based on largely last year's situation and circumstance going into this year, what we know. And we know Southern has a new coach. And again, they're playing Prairie View. And I'm going to go ahead and go with Prairie View on this one. And that makes Southern.
Damn, Prairie View season over. Shit, they out the block, ain't they? Damn. Jesus.
Okay.
Man, they jumping on them quick. Hell, I'm going to give Prairie View 2-0.
That's what I think, too. So then we got, and remember, this is just the SWAC schedule. This is in the overall schedule. So then we go to September 28th, and we got Alabama A&M and Florida A&M. I got Florida A&M with the victory.
Go, Rattlers, go, and they go strike again.
Do you have any objection to that, Mr. Campbell?
Well, let's again. I want to kind of get some depth. So when that game is played, this will be the Rattlers' 5th game already, because they play week 0, they play Labor Day weekend, they play Miami, and they play Troy. So for them, you're going to kind of know what this team is about, and then coming home. So this will be their 2nd home game. So again, I think this is going to be comfortable. I think the Florida A&M will roll on this.
Well, let me say this to you guys. A team make its biggest jump from game 1 to game 2. So if they terrible in game 1 and terrible in game 2, shit, coach, you might as well, hey, lower the flag down, because that's who they're gonna be. So yeah, I got Florida A&M, Bethune-Cookman, Alabama State. I'm gonna go with Alabama State. They ain't heard no news on Bethune. They've been quiet down there.
Well, let me tell you something, Coach. So Coach Woody's done a great job in the portal. Got a lot of players that he's brought in. This is going to be, now this is what I was talking about, ascending and descending. I think Bethune-Cookman is one of those ascending teams. I think Coach Woody is doing what Bethune-Cookman has done really well. Let's find guys that fit our program. Let's find guys that want to come back to the state of Florida. And he's worked that portal well. I'm telling you, this game right here is going to be one of those games I'm going to be watching to see where Bethune-Cookman, have they moved to the next level where they say, you know what, we can win this game to get us to a winning record. I'm super excited about that game. So that's one of those games that.
Go ahead.
So that's one of the things, and I just wanted to put that out there because, like I said, they have done a great job recruiting. Like I said, I'm very curious to see what Bethune-Cookman, because, like I said, remember the defense was stout last year for Bethune. And the question is,
Dr.
Question,
Bishop,
yeah, yes, sir.
Look, we gonna, from now to then, we're gonna do this again.
Absolutely.
And compare. But right now, we just going off of really what's going on
right now.
The youth season is not over yet either.
Yeah.
So Alcorn. So okay. So we're gonna give Florida A&M the victory. We're gonna give Alabama State the victory. What about Alcorn State and Mississippi Valley? I think that's a no-brainer. I think we give Mississippi Valley the L on that one. and Alabama, and you know.
Who you pick Alabama State Bethune-Cookman, Bishop?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't really say because I'm Bethune. I'm telling you something.
Come on, man.
Listen. I'm telling you guys.
Make
I
a
have
choice.
been. Listen, I've got people down in Bethune, and they are super excited with that talent they got. I'm going to let me say this. I'm going to take Alabama State because I think, and I'm going to go to the reason why I'm saying it because this goes back to Eddie Robinson's mission. They're on a celebration bowl or bust mission this season, so they got to win that game. So I'll say that. So I'll take Alabama State, but I'm telling you something. Bethune-Cookman is going to be laying in the weeds on that game. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, what about Texas Southern and Jackson State?
Listen. Let me jump up to that Prairie View and Grambling game. That game is one of those first statement games for Grambling and Coach Mickey Joseph. That is a really big game for them to see where Grambling is going to be at. That's going to be a good measuring stick for Coach Joseph. I'm going to be very interested to watch that game. I think Prairie View will win that game, but I want to see if Grambling will play hard, have those guys prepared to come into Dallas and win that game. And Jackson State, Texas Southern, I mean, like I said, they say JSU by 40.
Rocky.
Uh-huh.
We going to that game. We're going to take our show to that game.
So Texas Southern picks up the second L of the year in that game, right? That's what we do know, right? After what, and this is what it kind of looks like this would be probably week 6. Week 6. Week 6. Oh, no. This is after week. This is week 5.
This is week 2.
Week 5. No. It'll be week 5 in the season, but after week 5, we'd have Prairie View. Woo! I'm going to take Prairie View on that one, guys.
Prairie View and Grambling?
Hey, I'm going to take Prairie View.
Okay.
Who you guys got?
Wait, today I got Prairie View.
Okay.
Because I don't know what Grambling going to do. Jackson State and Texas Southern, I got Jackson State all over that.
Okay.
What about you, Coach Campbell?
Listen, I think Prairie View, but that's why I said I'm curious to see by this time of the season, has Grambling, has Mickey Joseph established that relationship with that football team? And like I said, going back to Grambling tradition, just being a tough physical football team. I'm curious to see how he plays that. But yeah, Prairie View definitely should win that game.
You know what I'm looking at the schedule, right? Prairie View by mid-season, Prairie View has 3 victories, no losses, and they position themselves at the top of the West. You know, and we're only at week 5.
Yeah, like, those are division games.
Hey,
all 3 of those games.
His first 3 games are against new coaches, new programs.
That you got now. Texas Southern has 2 losses going in, and pretty much their season is over by week 5. And
plus they play 2 money games.
Yeah.
So that's 0-4, right?
Yeah. So let's look at October the 5th. I'm gonna take these 3. I'm gonna take this one, Alabama A&M and Jackson State. I gotta go with JSU. Do y'all guys have any objection to that?
Easy money.
All right.
Who's that now?
Alabama State and JSU. Alabama A&M and JSU.
Who y'all got?
I got JSU.
I'm gonna take A&M.
Okay.
Maynard. Here's what has happened in Maynard. The AD was ready to bam. Maynard got a relationship with some folks. This is the word I got from my sources. So him and that AD ain't getting along. He got to win.
Well, Coach, I hate to tell you that if you banking on that, then he's going to get fired that game then, because Jackson State's not losing that game. I'm telling you that right now. Jackson State's not losing that game. I can tell you that right now.
All right, well, we got Florida A&M, Alabama State. This is the East Championship. What you say, Bishop Campbell?
Listen, this is one of those games when you get the schedule and you circle it. This is Alabama State's homecoming, Andrew Body, Florida A&M. This is one of those games that for Coach Cozy, if I'm him, I'm saying, you know what? I can say we're going to be the underdogs. He can use the underdog card on this game because that's going to be very few times this season that FAMU is going to be able to say that.
I think I'm gonna be at that game.
I'm definitely going to be there. I already have my room reserved. I will be in the house, so that the Rattlers will come strong. We definitely look like we're going to bring the band up there to ruin their homecoming. So, like I said, I just think that again. I think that FAMU, if we keep recruiting what we got, again, I think we're going to have to play solid quarterback, and our defense is going to be lights out. So I don't think Alabama State is going to score a bunch of points on us. I just don't believe so.
So what we need to do, guys, always think about this too. If we take our show on the road, we know folks, so we can get a couple interviews. Bishop Campbell. Hey,
listen, I've got a great connection to Alabama State. Like I said, Greg Clark is down there. I'm pretty sure he'll welcome us with open arms. So yeah, I think this is one of those things. And the bottom line is, if again, this is going to be that game. This Florida A&M Alabama State game is going to be similar to those Jack State FAMU games. If you win this game, then you're going to be in the driver's seat to get to a celebration bowl. So this is very big, very big.
Let me introduce this to the party. I think Florida A&M is going to come in disrespected because they have been put on the schedule as a homecoming team. Last time I seen a team of this caliber scheduled for homecoming, I think the number was 63-3. Right? I'm not saying they're going to get that kind of work done. But what I will say is you couple the distractions of homecoming for the home team and also a uber-focused Florida A&M team, I don't see how Bama State has any chance in this game. What do you guys think about that angle, about how homecoming can be distracting for the home team?
Well, I'm not going to say about the distraction, but I'm going to agree with you. Like I told you, just be one of the few games that Florida A&M is going to be the underdog. And I think this is one of those games that Coach Cozy can say, hey, listen, guys, they made us homecoming opponents. People don't believe that. This is the people that they believe. I guarantee you, Alabama State is probably going to be the preseason pick to win the SWAC. If I had to bet it right now.
Negative.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I bet you money. We'll like I said, we'll clip this and you will see. But I'm just telling you, I think they're going to be the preseason pick. I don't think they're going to do it, but I think they're going to be the preseason pick. I think they're going to be very popular, and I think that's not going to work. I think that FAMU defense is going to be lights out again. I think they're going to be lights out again.
Okay. All right. So we got Bama.
Coaching. You coaching, man. We so far from the season. You coaching.
I'm sorry, Coach. I'm plugged into a lot of these guys, and the thing about it, and plus I know people are listening to us, and I just want to give a little bit of context, like you do so well. So that's all.
Yeah, he trying to get fans on us.
No.
A&M Raptors, man, they're gonna strike. They're gonna strike, and they're gonna strike again.
This will be Pine Bluff's first SWAC game all year.
Really?
Yeah, on October 5th. This will be their first game against Alcorn. Who do you have?
I gotta go with the Braves, man. It's gonna be down on the reservation.
Yeah, that's what I got too. I got the Braves. All right, let's go.
That's easy.
Let's go with the next weekend. Let's kind of get through this. But now this is Bethune-Cookman of Alabama A&M. I'll let you guys have this one. I'm telling you something, Coach. Coach, I'm riding this Bethune-Cookman bandwagon. I think this is the revival of that program. I'm saying again, Alabama A&M is on a downward trend. I think this will be Coach Maynard's last year there, and I don't think anything. I have not seen anything out of that program that I've heard that this team is going to be ready to win, have a winning season. So I'm taking Bethune-Cookman.
I've seen Bethune play. They played Alabama State tough. They had an opportunity to win. I'm gonna go with Bethune-Cookman.
All right, and y'all gonna give A&M the L. I want y'all to know y'all got A&M 0-3 in their first 3 SWAC games,
and they should be 0-3 because they're not beating any of those teams.
Got you.
All right, Alabama State and Valley. I think we know where that's going. We got Alcorn and Grambling at Grambling.
It's a good game. It's gonna be a good game. 2 new coaches, one coming in and really rebuilding, and the other one has things in place. All he doing is reloading. Woo! I'm gonna go with Alcorn State because he's a defensive guy.
Okay. I just want to show y'all some developments that y'all got going. Y'all got Grambling going 0-2 to start this SWAC schedule. Y'all got Alcorn 3-0.
I like Alcorn in this game. I like Alcorn. I like what Coach said. I like the continuity that they have. I like the fact that, once again, kids stayed. They went in and got 22 guys as soon as they announced Coach said. I think, again, Grambling, I think, again, they're going to have to find their way early in the season. So I think, and Alcorn, and Coach, you know this, Alcorn has been successful down in Grambling over the last 5 or 6 seasons.
Yes.
Down there. So they're not scared to go down there in that hole. So, again, Alcorn has.
Okay,
we'll get next.
PV and UAPB.
I'm not sold on UAPB yet. I got to get to know this guy.
I got PV. I got PV. What do you got, Campbell?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only time Arkansas Pine Bluff is going to win a game is when they play Valley. I'm just going to keep it simple.
Okay. Now this game right here has gotten coaches fired the last 3 years, last 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
Texas Southern and Southern.
Texas Southern has owned Southern. Own them. What you got, Campbell?
I'm going to tell you this. If Southern loses this game, they will be talking about the ban immediately. And I'm telling you something, them Southern fans, I know a lot of people down there in Southern, they're not even happy right now. So I'm telling you, this is one of those games because a lot of them did not want I think Coach Graves, I think for what they had to do, I think he might have been the best person for a job. But I'm saying, they lose this game. Well, no. Let me tell you what. No. Let me tell you what I mean by that. No. Hold on, wait, Coach. Hold on. Let me expound on it. But let me tell you the reason why I said that, because I don't think they were going to be able to afford anybody else again. Because the AD said they couldn't afford anybody, so they took what they could get.
They ain't got nothing to do with him being the right person for the job. It's
Coach,
money machine, Rob, for me, please.
They ain't had no money, Coach. They didn't have no money, Coach. They said they had no money, Coach.
Well, then I need to pick the offensive defense coordinator. I don't need to pick no assistant coach.
Okay. Yeah, that check bounced down there, Southern, Coach.
So I just want y'all to know, midway through the season, y'all got the first year coaches, other than FAMU and Thomas. Y'all got the first year coaches catching hell. You hear me?
Easy. Well, they had the worst teams, Rocky. So that makes sense. They had the least to work with and the furthest to go.
And you're right that Coach McNair and Coach Simmons weren't fired. They weren't fired.
They had winning teams, Coach. They had winning teams.
You're right. So Southern is starts the conference 0-2. Now we here with Alcorn and Southern on October 19th. Who you got on that one? Alcorn and Southern.
2 defensive coaches. I'm gonna take Alcorn. Southern has Southern even got an offense coordinator yet? Alcorn. I'm gonna take Alcorn.
There you go. Say it right, Coach.
Southern even got an offensive coordinator yet?
Yeah. I don't think so. And Coach, I'm gonna tell you this. I think Alcorn, with the continuity they got, I think they're gonna go down there and they're gonna put a number on Southern. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm telling you something. I think Southern's in trouble. I think Southern is in trouble. I don't see the upside in this season for Southern. So I think Alcorn is going to be laying and trying to win. And like I said, I think because they haven't played Prairie View yet since we pulled up. But yeah, I think Alcorn is gonna be right where they need to be at.
So who gets their first SWAC win of the year between Arkansas Pine Bluff and Grambling State?
Down there in the hole, I got to take the G-Man.
Man, G-Man on that.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this again. They better not lose that game to Arkansas Pine Bluff. or Mickey Jones. He might have a shorter ride than Hugh. So I'll tell you that right there. Now that is going not. They're not going to tolerate that.
So Bethune-Cookman and Mississippi Valley.
Like I said, I like Bethune-Cookman.
They go in the Valley now.
I'm gonna do an upset on that with Valley. He did some good recruiting this year. They did some good things on offense. Young guy, young head coach.
And for the panel's deciding vote, I'm gonna go with Bethune-Cookman. So then we got the 26th of October.
No. Wait a minute. No, don't skip. Wait a minute. You skipped the game down there on October 19th.
That's a hard one right there, brother. That's
don't. Hey, man, listen. October 19th in the vet, Florida A&M comes. The vet gonna be rocking. 40,000 minimum gonna be in that stadium. They said this is one of the premium games on their season ticket package, according to my folks over there at 1400 Club. So I'm telling you right now, this game right here is gonna be one of the best football games this whole season. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I think Jack State is gonna give FAMU utter hell, but I think we'll pull it out very close at the end.
Wow.
Hey, Bishop Campbell, I'm gonna take Jackson State on this one.
Okay.
At Jackson, I'm gonna take Jackson State, and
rock
so
and rock. You closing down, rock and rock.
Hey, so that means that Coach Cole is gonna be the deciding vote.
Florida A&M and Jackson State.
At Jackson State, yes.
Woo! T.C. Taylor got set back, didn't he? They put it on his booty. Woo, man. I'm gonna say T.C. Taylor, coach.
Oh, we got FAMU
Jackson State, baby.
We got FAMU picking up his first loss, and Jackson State remains undefeated in the sport.
Yeah.
All right. So now we got Southern and Alabama A&M.
Wow. You know what? I would tell you something. I'm gonna go with Alabama A&M.
Ooh.
I'm not sold on Southern, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just not sold on Southern.
I just don't see.
Southern was terrible in the
Rocket, they say you skipping a whole week. Are you skipping weeks now?
No.
Okay. No, I think they were talking about, because I want to make sure you didn't skip a week, did you?
Yes, I did. My bad.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah,
Let's go back.
Yeah, one time for the Amen Corner to keep us in line. And let me tell you, shout out to Rocket real quick. The Amen Corner hit me up. They said, hey, Mr. Campbell, if y'all going to do this show. So real quick, Coach Discipline went to Purdue. And also, Coach, the FAMU people let me know that Coach Henry put in a lot of the offense and did call plays. So they just want us to make sure that we're on point on this show. So shout out to the Amen Corner keeping us straight. All right, go ahead, Rocky.
All right. So Alabama State, Alabama A&M. I got
the classic.
I got Bama State.
I got Bama State.
Oh, so they
got a new offensive coordinator. Hopefully they're more exciting. Defense is coming back pretty good. Alabama State.
Valley.
Guys, this could change according to what really happened. The kids' schoolwork, fucking out, NIL, not coming back. Coach found drunk on the side. He gone.
What about?
We ain't got to be this slow. Let's go. Pick it up.
Valley and Pine Bluff.
Woo. That's usually the toilet bowl.
I got Valley. I'm gonna take Valley.
That's the toilet bowl game.
Yeah.
Valley beat the brakes off of them last year. Beat the brakes off of Pine Bluff. Bang.
I gotta go with Valley.
All right. So next, Jackson State and Bethune-Cookman.
Bethune-Cookman's homecoming.
Jackson State.
I think, but Jack State does. But it is Bethune-Cookman's homecoming. I think they're going to play a really tough game, but I think Jack State will pull that out.
All right. So now we got Southern Traveling to
This
the
is
heart.
easy. We haven't lost to Southern in God knows how long, and it's that brag. We can keep this
And
going.
we're going to strike
Fam you
again.
by 40. Fam you by 40.
Now this is interesting for this reason. We have Southern at this point 0-4 in the SWAC. Wow.
This is not going to be a good season for Southern. I'm telling you, them Southern fans are going to really see how far this program has fallen.
Hey, if they 0-4 and coming into November, it's gonna be some very mad people, buddy.
Okay.
And they're gonna be more than 0-4 because they play some teams from the outside.
Okay. Can they blame that on Dooley?
Yep, they're gonna say Dooley left them with no talent.
Yeah.
They're
gonna say Dooley left the cupboard bare.
So last one in this week is Grambling State travels down to H-Town. I got Grambling State on that one, Coach.
I don't know. Texas Southern plays Grambling tough at home. I'm gonna take those TSU. Who you rooting for? T.
Well, Mr. Campbell, you get to decide it.
Hey, man, listen. Grambling was the first school that allowed me to start my business. I'm always going to go with those G-men. I think, like I say again, I think that the pride with the G, I think Mick Joseph's the right guy for that job. I think Grambling's going to win that game.
Wow.
All
right. Now we're in November the 2nd. Southern Alabama A&M. Now y'all can say it don't. What does Dion always say? What does he say? Who cares about that? I can't think of what he says, but it don't matter.
No,
I'm going to say this is going to be the game Southern wins.
All right.
I think this is a game Southern wins.
I'll go with you there. I go with you. Southern wins.
I go with Southern. Alabama State, Alcorn State.
Woo.
Good game. Gonna be a low scoring. Gonna be a low score game. Both defensive coaches.
So the interesting thing about this game right here.
They said this went real quick. They said this game is in Mobile, so that does make. Thank you, Threes, because I was about to say if this is on the reservation. And correct me if I'm wrong, because Alcorn went to Alabama State and beat them last year. So but he said this game is in Mobile. I hate that. I hate that. But go ahead. I just want to point that out.
Well, what I'm saying about this, Mr. Campbell, this could, after losing on October the 5th, this could throw y'all back in the mix if Alcorn is able to defeat Alabama State. This could put y'all back in play. Put the pressure right back on Bama State.
Okay.
See, this is what's so hard about when you have to do, and Coach Cole knows about this. When you have to, what I call a death march, when you got to win every game, basically, very slim margin. What you got to have is a couple of things what FAMU had. You got to have a great leader at quarterback, and you got to have a stout defense. So the question is Andrew going to be able to come in there, be a leader for that team, and is the defense going to be able to? They've lost some people off that defense. We'll see. So I hate that this game is in Mobile, because if this game was at the reservation, I would love Alcorn, but I think I'm going to have to go for Alabama State.
All right, Alabama State and Alcorn gets their first SWAC loss of the season, which takes some pressure off of Prairie View. Let me see. The next game is Pine Bluff at Jackson State. I don't think we have to spend any time on that.
No, sir.
Grambling State and Bethune-Cookman.
Man, I tell you what, we just got to see what Bethune-Cookman is doing. According to Mr. Campbell, they did a great job recruiting. They playing a new coaching staff. We got to see. I'm going to take Grambling.
I'm going to take Bethune.
I'm going to take Bethune.
And let me tell you, guys, a fun fact. When Grambling made their run to back-to-back Celebration Bowl appearances, Bethune-Cookman was the only HBCU team that beat them in that run. So they listen. They've had some success against Grambling. I think a lot of people don't know that. I was at that game, and they beat Grambling at home. So, like I say, just want to put that out there.
Hey, the battle of the first year coaches, first year SWAC coaches, TSU and Florida A&M.
Yes. You, who you rooting for?
I'm not spending not no time on that.
You upset Texas
Now,
Southern, Florida A&M.
At this point, Coach, we have TSU winless, Coach.
TSU
winless. Prairie View, Mississippi. We have to
upset Florida A&M.
No, yeah, and that is our homecoming. So good luck on that.
What about Prairie View traveling to Mississippi Valley?
Bubba gets it done. Easy.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm just thinking this. Do you think one of the best things that ever happened to Prairie View was Dooley taking the Southern job?
Absolutely. 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 Because I think Bubba McDowell, again, I would love for him to get that offense going, but I think he's a very underrated coach, and I think those guys believe in him. I think Bubba McDowell is a very underrated coach.
You like Bubba McDowell?
What I like about is that team, again, wins the games that they need to win. And they have done that consistently under Bubba McDowell.
Yeah.
But they're not like an uber talented team when you look at this team. It's like, cause they lose games that be like, oh, why did they lose that game? Or they play. But when they need to win those games, they win them.
I just think the league is weak. But go ahead.
Well, what that too. I'm not gonna argue that point either.
Well, but you didn't have them in a situation when they had to have.
And Kevin, you can appreciate this. I'm sorry, Rock. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, what I'm saying is when they had to have a game for the SWAC championship, he did something that even Dooley couldn't do.
Can I talk now?
Yes.
Is it something he doing, or they just stumbling into the championship game?
No.
Say, Campbell?
Well,
everybody
listen.
Lose. Hey, Campbell, it'd be like, bitch, it'd be like, if you lose and you lose, then you're in the championship game. If you lose, you lose.
He just had to
like
win.
Nobody wants it.
But coach, but you know what happens though? He wins the one game. He's got to be in that position. The other coaches never win that game. So you got to give him credit for always making sure his team is in that position.
Hey, coach. I remember. Think about this. Think about this. I remember one year. I think it was Dooley's first year. No, it was Dooley's last year at PV. PV had to win. Alcorn had to win. And somebody else had an opportunity to go to the SWAC championship. They all lost, and then that reverted back to PV going to the SWAC championship.
So is
Texas Southern. I think that was the year Texas Southern should have won. I believe, wasn't that year?
Yeah. Is it PV or is it just weak? The West Side is weak.
Well, let me tell you something. Blue's saying, how does that happen to a SWAC championship team? Well, Prairie View is not a SWAC championship team. They're a division winner. There's a difference. So they are not a SWAC championship team. Nobody said they were a SWAC championship team. What we said was they win the division.
That answers my question.
So okay, yeah.
I ain't got to worry about at the end of the year who got to lose. I'm controlling my own destination.
And that's what PV has done. That's what Bubba McDowell has done.
No, coach.
He had to
I
beat
get what you say.
And he beat Mississippi Valley.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Let me see. If I win, but I gotta wait for Mr. Campbell to lose and Mr. Rocky to lose to go in to the game. Come on, Rocky. Rock, you're a championship player, baby. You don't win on nobody. Look, this is what I need to do. I need to
That's
go
why.
around.
Think about this. That's why Alcorn State beating Jackson State didn't mean Jack Diddley, because PV handled their business.
All right, coach. Okay.
All right. Let's go in. Let's
Coach don't believe in no back doors. He's a front door type of guy. He's a front door type of guy.
Rocky and Mr. Campbell, I had to be Gremlin and I had to be Pablo. All this, if it was a fifth, we all would be drunk. Not me.
Hey, let's go with this one. Alabama A&M and Pine Bluff.
Where is that game at, Rocky?
Ain't nobody care. It's at Pine Bluff.
No, ain't nobody care about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Maynard another win.
Yeah, that would be his first win, Coach. All right, Alabama State and Grambling. I'm gonna go with Alabama State. Who y'all got?
I'm gonna take Alabama State.
Alabama State.
Texas Southern and Alcorn.
Well, Alcorn ain't beat them in 3 years. So, what you say?
I got Alcorn.
I'm taking Alcorn. I don't think they have the team. I think they're going to win that down in the reservation. Absolutely.
All
right. Chris Dishman is winless so far. Bethune-Cookman at Southern. I'm gonna take Southern on that one.
I'm gonna take Bethune-Cookman. I'm gonna take it. I'm going off of Mr.
Well,
Campbell.
Mr. Campbell, you had.
Listen. I'm telling you. I think this is the win that helps Bethune get 6 wins. I'm going to take Bethune-Cookman.
Hey, Rocky. I don't know why I'm going with this armchair quarterback, but okay.
You know, Coach. Hey, Southern. If this happens like y'all say it's gonna happen, Southern's looking for another coach next year.
Hey, listen, I firmly believe that. I'm trying to take. Listen, people, coach got more connection, but I'm telling you, I know a lot of people down there at Southern, and I'm telling you, I have talked to people down there at Southern. They are not happy. The recruiting is not moving. They don't think they're going to have an innovative offense. I'm just saying. Again,
I'm gonna call my folks. I know some folks.
Yeah, you better call them, Coach. You better call them.
Okay, we got Florida A&M and at Prairie View.
Whoa!
I got FAMU in this one.
We're gonna score too many points.
Florida A&M come to Texas twice.
No, we're only once. Texas Southern comes to us for homecoming.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. They play y'all on homecoming.
Yep.
Well, Dan, can I get the treatment that Rocky got?
What's that, Coach?
Oh, yeah. He smiled. Look at his teeth. He came back. All I seen was teeth. I want that type of.
Coach, listen. You come down to FAMU with me. We're gonna take good care. You ain't got to worry about that.
I got you.
Okay. That's easy money right there. But no, I gotta take FAMU. I think FAMU is gonna be rolling. I think again we're just gonna have more talent than Prairie View. I don't think anything's changing on that.
PV, that'll be PV's first L. Okay, that'll be PV's first L. That'll tie them with Alcorn. FAMU is still with 1 SWAC loss. Let me go here. The next one is Mississippi Valley and Jackson State. I don't think we got to spend any time on that. Now, here's the deal. Jackson State is still undefeated.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they should. They should be.
Yeah.
There's nobody at Jackson State. Like I say, you're going to get down to the game that Jackson State is got circled, other than the FAMU game. You get into it.
All right, here we go. We at the week before Thanksgiving. This is where the season is decided, right?
Yeah.
Not right here though. Alabama A&M versus Mississippi Valley.
Alabama A&M versus Mississippi Valley. Where is that at? You way down. You see?
No.
How did you call the Jackson State Alabama State game November 16th?
No. Let's go Grambling, Alabama A&M.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Grambling, Alabama A&M.
You must be getting sleepy.
No, I'm just not paying attention. My bad. I'm trying to document our picks and also compile a schedule. Hey, who you got? I got on that one. I got Grambling.
I got A&M.
You know, this is where, as you say, this is one of those too early. I want to say Grambling, but I just think that Grambling's not played well on the road lately, And I just think that Alabama A&M I don't think it'll be a good looking game. I think it'll be an ugly game, but I think Alabama A&M, just because it's at home, they might have a chance to win that.
Okay. Woo, Jackson State, Alabama State. That
might be the championship of the East. State. That might be who's going to the Celebration Bowl. I'm gonna take Alabama State.
I'm gonna take Bama. I'm gonna take Bama State, and it opens it up for everybody in the West. I'm gonna take Bama State.
I will take. I'm gonna take Alabama State very close, because I think they're at home, and I think they understand what's got to happen. I think Jack State's gonna come down there ready to play them. And I think Jack State has done well down at Alabama State. I think they got a really good winning record playing down there. So they're not going to be intimidated.
This is the West Side Championship. Alcorn State and Prairie View A&M. The West. Who's going to win the West? Right, Coach?
I agree. I think, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm going with Prairie View. I've got to go with Prairie View.
Rocky, I'm going with Alcorn State.
And Coach, I'm gonna overrule you, and I'm going with PV, Coach. I'm going with PV, so PV gets the victory.
So
now you got to understand what I'm looking at in this game, right? I'm looking at Alcorn traveling to Prairie View, right? We know how they traveled to Texas last year.
Yes, sir.
With everything on the line. They're going to have to prove that they can win a big game like that in Texas, to me.
And they're going to Texas back-to-back. So I'm curious. So, Coach, let me ask you a question. Alcorn, they wouldn't stay out there the whole week, right? They would come back home, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay.
Why you say they're going to Texas twice?
Yeah, because the previous week doesn't
No, Texas Southern go to Alcorn.
Alcorn, okay, that's right. That's it. Yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, yeah, that's in Mobile.
Down to the 23rd.
Not Mobile. Yeah, you're right.
Now can Coach Graves save his job with UAPB coming to town?
He better win it. I'm giving him that. He better win it. He better win that game. That's point blank, period.
Then we got Bethune and Texas Southern.
Man, I'm like Blue. I'm on this Texas Bethune-Cookman bandwagon hard. I might have them winning 8 games already. Jeez.
So you got Texas Southern.
I got Texas Southern.
You beat University of Lynchburg and now beating Bethune-Cookman.
Oh no,
I'm taking Bethune-Cookman. I'm riding with them Wildcats. Where my boy Hell Wildcats? Let's get that. Let's go.
Let's go to the 23rd, Coach.
No, we got Mississippi Valley in Florida.
Come on, man.
FAMU by 50.
Yeah. Let me go give FAMU another victory. All right. And we can move to the 23rd.
I'm gonna take A&M over Valley.
I agree.
I'm gonna take State over PV. What you think, Campbell?
I'm taking Alabama State.
Damn, you've been picking Prairie View all night. I'm thinking you're a Panther.
No, I'm like, hey man, I'm telling you, if Coach Robinson, he better understand what the mission is. It is Celebration Bowl or bust. Point blank, period. Ain't no in between.
Jackson State. Alcorn beat them last year.
Yep.
I don't see that happening this year.
Hey, Rocky, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If Jackson State going where you're saying it, this would be Jackson State's second loss in the conference. FAMU would only have one conference loss based off what you said. That would have us win. If we beat Bethune-Cookman, that means we win the East again.
Well, I'm going to take Jackson State on that game.
So, okay, you're going to take Jackson State.
Yeah, I'm going to take Jackson State.
Okay.
I'm going to take Jackson State, and we're going to have a rematch of PV and Jackson State in the SWAC championship.
You mean Florida A&M?
No. PV.
No, he's taking Jackson State to win the East then.
Yeah.
Because he got Jackson State beating Alabama State. No, you got Jackson State losing to Alabama State.
No, I got PV losing to Alabama State. I got Jackson State beating Alcorn.
Who do you have winning between Jackson State and Alabama State?
Oh, yeah, I got Alabama State winning.
Okay, well there you go. So if they win that, and they beat Jackson State head to head, and then if that's where it gets funny.
There's a three-way tie then.
Yeah, three-way tie.
Three-way tie.
Florida A&M. Florida A&M.
Jackson State. And Alabama State. All right. The first thing in the tiebreakers, who beat who head to head?
Well, and they would have done a round robin. Everybody would have lost each other once, one way or another.
All right. Then you go to the scores. What was the scores?
No, what would happen is because we saying that they didn't lose any other conference games at all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got to check that.
You go to the scores.
Yeah.
You go from head to head. Go to the scores.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
It's division record is the next tiebreaker.
But the division record is going to be the same because everybody only has one loss.
Okay. Okay. I agree. I agree with that. I'm just telling you the next tiebreaker is division record.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I said that. Then you go to the scores. Then you go to who went last year, the year before.
Wow.
We're going to pull that up. And no, Blue, no, we're not losing. Let me tell you something. We're not losing to Bethune-Cookman. I'm just trying to tell you that right now. We're not losing to Bethune-Cookman. That I'm not worried about.
So let's get through. So Jackson State and Alcorn, I got JSU winning.
I got Alcorn.
I'm going to take Jackson State. I think Jackson State wants to get their get back. I'm going to take Jackson State.
That creates a three-way tie right there.
Yep.
And then Texas Southern and UAPB.
TSU.
Both of these teams are winless going into the last game of the season.
I'm giving Texas Southern this win.
On the road at UAPB.
I got Texas Southern going 2-9, Coach.
Yep.
All right. So Texas Southern wins. UAPB takes an L. All right. Florida A&M and Bethune. That's pretty much, we got that. and the Bayou Classic ends up being the Toilet Bowl Classic. Of the two teams.
I'm taking Grambling.
With conference record.
Wherever Terrence Gray coaching at that time, he gonna win.
So we got him at Southern. Grambling takes the L. Wow.
Wherever Terrence Graves is coaching, they gonna win.
So, hey, Rocky, put Blue's Blue just broke down the SWAC tiebreakers. Put that up on the screen.
All right.
And there you go. That's the SWAC tiebreakers.
Division record, overall record. What does this mean by here? And combined record versus all common non-divisional teams.
If you play somebody outside and somebody else plays somebody outside, that counts. I don't remember it being that way. Tiebreaker after division record, overall record versus a non-division team and combined record. Okay, that's combined.
Well, see, they both gonna be undefeated against non-division opponents.
Right. So combined record then versus all common non-division teams. Huh?
And then if you go with record against common opponents, that's gonna be the same too.
Yeah. I thought it was always record, head to head, who you beat, who I beat.
So in that situation, even though PV has a worse record, even though PV would be, hold on, PV would be
overall,
because we got PV losing there. So PV would have 2 losses. Alcorn would have 2 losses, but PV would have the head-to-head.
The head, yeah. Then they would win. The head-to-head would be first.
They would win. We don't even have to go through all
So
that.
since there's a 3-way tie for the SWAC in the East, does that mean PV by default would host it?
No, because if it depends. If they got 2 conference losses, no, the team that has only 1 conference loss would have that.
Right.
But they don't.
So no, it doesn't matter. No, because they would have the better conference. The East team would have the better conference record. They host.
Right.
Wow.
All right, man.
Yeah. Hey guys. Hey, we in for a doozy then. The way we pick this right now, we in for. So what we have here, this is just in the SWAC. In the SWAC, we got PV would have a record of 6-2. Alcorn would be 6-2. Jackson State would be 7-1. Alabama State would be 7-1. Bethune-Cookman, surprisingly, would be 5-3.
I'm telling you, you heard it here first.
Alabama A&M would be 3-5. FAMU, of course, would be 7-1. We have Mississippi Valley 1-7. We got UAPB, Ophir. We got Texas Southern pulling out a victory over UAPB, Pine Bluff. They would be 1-7. Grambling would be, because they lost the Bayou Classic, they would be 2-6. And the Southern Jaguars would be 3-5.
Oh wow.
Sounds right. I'm telling you.
Oh wow. Well, make sure you put that somewhere, Rocky, where we
I am.
We don't lose it.
I am. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna type it up and make a screen. Because again, I don't think anything that we've said so far is unrealistic or far-fetched, other than all those wins for Bethune-Cookman.
Right. Because of one Mr. Campbell. We'll see.
I'm telling you, I'm buying that Bethune-Cookman stock. Y'all heard it.
But you got to realize though, Coach, we all agree that UAPB, Texas Southern, and Grambling will struggle.
Really,
and Valley.
I was gonna say all those teams are even. Grambling, UAPB, Bethune-Cookman, and Alabama A&M. They all just right there. They just all right there. None of them is gonna break out. They're gonna beat each other up. But that's what I see.
All right, guys, man. This been another great show, man. I want to thank y'all for joining us. Mr. Campbell, do you got anything to say before we sign off?
Hey man, listen. They thought that FAMU was in shambles, but we already recruited at a high level. So you know they sweating, brother. They sweating, and we got more announcements to come. So the Rattlers are back.
Well, look here, man. To the audience, friends, SWAC, we want to take this show on the road, and we've been talking behind closed doors. I've put together a proposal. So I'm asking you guys to send Rocky, send me, send Mr. Campbell stuff that you want to do. And these are kind of things that we want to do. We want to go and promote HBCU football. It ain't all what people say. We want to go into the dormitories. We want to watch practice. We want to get to that HBCU. For instance, at my school at Texas Southern University, we all used to go to Frenchie's, Rob. Frenchie's Chicken. Man, I mean, we were raised on Frenchie's Chicken. And I'm sure Mr. Campbell was somewhere around Florida A&M that y'all used to go.
Absolutely.
And we want to put this show on the road. So we're going to be asking for some donations, Rocky and Mr. Campbell, and so we could get together and put this thing on the road and show America it ain't what you think it is. We want to show America what it is. we are more than the band. We are more than football. We're academically strong. We are family strong. And we're going to need your help and donations to help us come together. And we're going to want to start in the spring and do 1 or 2 spring practices where we actually going to take our show to the campuses. So I want to thank you guys for continuing to follow us. And here's what I want you guys to do. Our next show, I want you guys to, or in the background, send Rocky some things that you want to see about Black colleges. Because we live in nice dormitories. We got apartment living. Our food is good in the cafeteria most of the time. All right? But the friendship and the camaraderie, we want to show the behind stuff that people don't see. And, and that's always been my dream. We got some great young coaches in the conference. We got to salute them. We got to support them. And we got some hell of a football players. So we'll get together, Rocky and Camel, and see if they want to donate money, set up some type of fund that we can do. But I want to just give you that a heads up. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. And I look forward.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. My experience so far in with HBCU football has been absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to go visit more campuses and have more experiences. So I look forward to HBCU Coaches Corner being part of that entire experience as I move forward.
Mr. Campbell.
Always a pleasure, Coach. I appreciate you. Like I say, let me just be your coordinator on these shows. I really appreciate it.
Well, one thing I always say, man.
Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today, it's Friday, February 9th, 2024. Number 1, the United States Supreme Court heard arguments Thursday that could determine whether or not Donald Trump can still run for president. The former president is appealing the Colorado Supreme Court's decision that Trump's actions during the U.S. Capitol riot amounted to an insurrection and violated Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. After the hearing, most legal experts said they expect the court to overturn Colorado's ruling, which means other states would be barred from trying to do the same. A decision is expected before the Super Tuesday primaries, that includes Colorado, March 5th. Number 2. White employees are making headlines as they file reverse discrimination lawsuits in racialized instances, raising questions about workplace dynamics and cultural sensitivity. One such case involves Carl Borg Neal, a former Lloyd's Bank manager, who was awarded up to £500,000 or $637,000 in damages after being fired for using the N-word during an anti-racism seminar. The case opens a dialogue on whether white middle-aged men face unique challenges in the current cultural climate. Number 3, unfortunately, Black people in the U.S. are more susceptible to many diseases. One of them is the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD. African Americans should reduce their risk if at all possible and know the most common symptoms to ensure an early diagnosis. Check all that information out in today's newsletter. Number 4, Guillermo Barraza is the first ever drag queen to host a news program for Mexican TV. The 32-year-old has always wanted to push boundaries of society in a place where both LGBTQ plus people and journalists are violently targeted. Barraza's TV program is called La Verdrag. The title is a play on words mixing the word truth and drag. Barraza has been a journalist for over a decade and recently displayed his passion for drag at a Mexican Pride celebration. Number 5, Nancy Harris and Tracy Green, co-founders of Vontel Eyewear, have 15 frames featuring colorful, bold designs for men, women, and kids in their collection. National Vision Inc., the nation's second largest optical retailer, is collaborating with Vontel on an exclusive frame collection celebrating Black History Month. Harris and Green, both graduates of Morgan State University, go Bears, are taking their vision of success even further by sharing a portion of sales and eyewear to 14 shelters for women and children in the New York City area. Our Black History Spotlight shines on Barrington Irving, the first Black man to pilot a plane around the world solo. At age 30, he's also the youngest person and first Jamaican to accomplish this feat. He founded Experience Aviation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering minority youth to pursue careers in aviation. Happy Black History Month. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Life is a series of choices. Let's all choose to be responsible, even when no one else is looking. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.